Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Nabil with an ID number PHP 233051. In this video, I'm going to share with you the research idea of the research titled Effects of Using ChatGPT Integration within the Flexible Blended Learning Model in Statistics, the case of Abu Dhabi University or ADU. For sure, I have to start with the problem statement, but I'm gonna also incorporate the research gap just to show the significance of the study that fills the research gap. So the core problem statement of my research revolves around evaluating the efficacy and practicality of employing ChatGPT as a tool, as AI tool, in learning, specifically statistics at ADU, Abu Dhabi University. So it's a crucial research, as it has several underexplored areas, as will be shown later on. It also fills the gaps. The research gap, let's see one of them. So one of the primary areas of inquiry is the empirical impact of AI tools like ChatGPT on some students' learning aspects in statistics or actually mathematics, because I couldn't find so many researches related to statistics itself. So current research, including works by Ellis et al. 2023 and Wardat et al. 2023, has identified the expanding use of AI in the educational setting, but lack detailed analysis of how these tools specifically influence learners' motivation, orientation, readiness to learn, specifically statistics also. Another dimension is the influence of using ChatGPT in comprehending or understanding statistics. That assessed by Kiryakova and Angelova 2023, they stated that although ChatGPT was well versed in statistical ideas, it still requires additional training in some areas, recommending that there should be increasing in the diversity of training data. Their study lacks the focus on the learner self-concepts and intrinsic factors that affects the understanding. Another research here. So definitely, my research, aims to analyze adults, learners' experience. I need to see here their perspective. I mean the perspective of the students. So from their point of view, in learning statistics. Unlike the subject that Chauffin 2023 focused on in his research, as only computer engineering students' perceptions were examined. I need now to see the statistics students, the statistics course students' perspective. So many gap will be filled. What is the objective of the study? And again, as we have just mentioned, we'll examine the ChatGPT's influence on statistical or students' learning aspects, like all the aspects from the Malcolm Knowles theory. So we'll consider Malcolm Knowles' theory of adults learning, particularly focusing on the learning principles. The main objectives for the study will be shown in the table below. So the main objectives for the study are on incorporating ChatGPT in the flexible blended learning model in the general statistics course will be shown in the table below. But before I give you the table or give you the summary, I just want to mention the population and sample. For sure, the population will be all the students from EDU, particularly those registered in general statistic course. And the sample will be consisting of 4 sections, 40 in each, 44 groups, 4 sections, a total of 160. One of them is the control group, and 3 are the experimental group. So the sample type is purposive sample, because we have to focus on only those people who are studying statistics. So the methodology consists of 2 parts as usual. It's quantitative and qualitative. The mixed methods approach will be used. For quantitative, for sure, we have to compare between groups, so we have to use SPSS to do the ANOVA test and also MANOVA test. Okay, and for the qualitative data, we have to use the thematic analysis. The suggested instrument and the expected findings will be shown in this table also. So let's go through the table. Research objective 1, to evaluate the impact of ChatGPT integration into the flexible blended learning model on the adult learners' self-concept outcomes in a general statistics course. The instrument will be pre and post integration questionnaire, as we mentioned. MANOVA will be used, and we expect that experimental groups self-concept outcomes to be better than the other or those of the control group. For research objective 2, we investigate the adult learners' experience in a general statistic course when ChatGPT is incorporated or integrated into the flexible blended learning model. Because as we mentioned, we'll use the Malcolm-Knowles theory. So one of the variables should be the experience. We'll examine that we'll use the questionnaire and also interviews to go in deep. Mixed method as usual, quantitative and qualitative. For quantitative, we just have this descriptive, statistic mean and standard deviation, and for qualitative we have the thematic analysis. We anticipate observation on the adult learner experience, both good and bad, with differences between the experimental groups. For the third objective, we have to examine the adult learners' readiness in terms of learning statistics using ChatGPT within the flexible blended learning model. We have 4 groups, so we will give them the readiness assessment, and we have to use ANOVA to tackle the differences. And we expect also the increase in readiness. The same thing applies also for the fourth one, the impact, to evaluate the impact of ChatGPT integration on the adult learners' orientation. So the question will be, what is the impact of the ChatGPT integration on adult learner orientation or attitudes towards statistics? 4 groups will be given also the learning orientation assessment and also surveys. So the mixed method again will be used for quantitative and qualitative. We expect a shift in learning orientation that's positive and varies throughout the groups. The first one, the last but one, to analyze the levels of motivation, okay, within the same context. So 4 groups also will give them survey and motivation measures Pre and post tests, ANOVA will be given, and we expect a rise in motivation that will differ for the experimental groups. The last one, after we examine or collect or gather data from all the learners, we have to do something new. We have to propose guidelines for sustaining the use of ChatGPT to support the other learners' learning of general statistics. And for sure, participants will participate in feedback sessions. Thematic analysis will be given, and we, at the end of the day, we will provide guidelines that cater for all needs of the groups and all the learners. Thank you for watching.